Coaching crew. I am Michelle, your Gold Rush business coach, and today we are kicking off the week with a mindset reset and one golden marketing move that can change the way you show up in your business starting today. Let's start with gratitude as always. Mondays are a fresh start, a new page, new opportunities. Some people do dread Mondays, but not us. We do see Monday as an incredible opportunity to use Monday as a launch pad. Here's today's mindset nugget. Your week does not happen to you. Your week happens through you. Do not let what is going on during the week distract you from what you set yourself to do this week. What goals did you write down this week? What tasks do you know that you need to complete to move the needle in your business this week? Right? So don't be a victim of the week and everything that happened during the week and you didn't get any of your stuff done. Make sure that you are doing everything you can to control your time so that you can operate in full excellence during the week. Or show up, right? Show up ready to work. And then when you're doing the things that you should be doing every day to prepare, by training, watching your training videos, listening to self-development, listening to self-help, growing your business. When you do every single thing that you can to grow within your business every single day, those obstacles and those challenges you face every day, it's going to be easier for you to knock them down and knock them out of the way. And what's going to be easier is that once you get into your routine and you know what you need to accomplish every day to keep that needle moving, anytime you do allow yourself to get distracted, you're going to be able to plug yourself right back into where you left off at. Because some people, including myself, we allow ourselves to get distracted and then we fall down a rabbit hole. We don't even know where we got distracted. Therefore, we don't know how to get back. But if we have routines throughout our day and time management, a little bit of time blocking, calendar planning, planning out your list, your tasks, when and if and when you do get distracted, it'll be easier for you to get back on track, right? So come up with routines, come up with patterns, come up with habits, attach new habits to existing habits, and come up with some sort of plan or schedule that you follow each day of the week, right? Mondays can be different from Tuesdays. Tuesdays can be different from Wednesdays, right? But make sure that you have a plan each day so that when you do get distracted, you know exactly how to zero back in and where to zero back in at, right? That's all part of mindset, right? So the mindset nugget today is don't let your week happen to you, all right? Let your week happen through you, okay? So here's my challenge to you right now. Pick a word. Pick a word that you're going to use this week to anchor yourself. It's going to be a word that you repeat every time to yourself when you kind of get distracted, right? Like, what do you want to zero in on this week? Do you want to zero in on consistency? Do you want to zero in on prospecting? Do you want to zero in on sales training, right? So every time you get distracted, pick a word this week that you're going to go back to. And it could be anything. It could be being bold. It could be staying focused. It could be learning to be consistent. It could be turning on that live stream, right? Like, what are your challenges? What are your challenges? What are the things you hate to do? Maybe every single time you get distracted, that's the not the punishment, right? Because we don't want it to be punishment, but maybe that's the way you zero back in. I didn't realize how much I thought about certain things until sometimes these things get pointed out to us. So, coaching, which is what I do, is the art of asking the right question, It's the art of asking the right question for you to think about certain things in ways you've never thought of them before. You have to be open to hearing some of the questions I'm asking you, and you have to be open to honestly answering them. Maybe not in the moment with me, right? If we're in a session, right? But like giving it some afterthought, and even giving you permission, allowing yourself permission to come back and say, "Hey, I didn't think of that like that. Can we discuss that? I never thought of that like that. Can we, have another conversation?" All right. So my challenge to you is, what are you doing every single Monday? What is your Monday morning routine setting you up for success today and the rest of the week? On Sunday, we talked about our Sunday routines and allowing our Sunday routines to catapult us into the Monday launch pad that we just talked about. So that all has to do with mindset, okay? Mindset is the foundation for every single move that you are trying to make each day. It is the foundation for every single move that you are trying to make each day. You're gonna open your eyes that morning and you're gonna decide what mood you're in. Automatically, you're gonna decide what mood you're in. Most of us get stuck in our mishaps of yesterday, or who we got pissed off at yesterday, and we wake up with that resentment. Your goals and your dreams have to be bigger than all of those things that you think might be standing in your way. And when you open your eyes each morning, your zeroed in, targeted focus needs to be on your goals and your dreams and nothing else. So let's talk about marketing. When you are thinking about how you show up in your business, how are you screaming and getting attention from the rooftops to scream out about your product or your offer, or your product or your service, I should say? What problem does your product or service solve for your audience? And how do you communicate that to them? So let's think about 3 different ways that you can offer your client value, right? Do you have every one size fits all solution for your clients? Do you have a one size fits all solution for your clients? The answer to that is mostly going to be no, right? And it has to be no. It has to be no, because not one product or service is going to fit every single client's needs and or budget, and or solve their problem. So let's think of, first of all, think about your product, think about your service, and think about what problem you solve. Now, let's say you solve multiple problems, right? Let's say you have multiple products and multiple services. Which is your core offer, and or which one is the one that moves the needle the most? Are you looking for not necessarily quality over quantity, but are you looking for the numbers right now? Are you looking at high ticket offers? Are you looking at low ticket offers? And your offer should be a combination of a little bit of all of them. So, and that's what we're going to discuss. So I want you to think about your product and your service. What problem do you solve for the client? And do you offer those solutions in different tiers? In different tiers. Let's think about different tiers. When you think about different tiers, it allows you to hit multiple verticals, right? So tiers have to be about, um I'll give you an example. Sometimes the first tier needs to be exploratory, right? Maybe the person doesn't know they have a problem. Maybe you're um, asking questions, right? Maybe you're asking them questions to see if they have a problem, right? That has to be the first tier. So, for example, let's pretend we're doing doors, right? Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, right? I want most of my clients to come into door number 1. Door number 1 for me is my freebie. Now, when I first became a coach a few years back, that was not door number 1 for me. I did not realize the importance of door number 1 always being a freebie. That has to be a free offer. Needs to be a free digital product, a free strategy call with you, entrance into a free group, entrance into a free community, access to a free tool that's going to help them identify the problem, right? The problem that you're coming in to solve. Right? That's door number 1, the freebie. So for me and for the Gold Rush coaching crew, that freebie offer is the Gold Rush treasure map. That's the 111 question quiz that I provide for you that helps you find where your gold veins are in your business. It's free, it's value packed, and it gets people moving. You can always find that free offer in the description of this video or in the description of the YouTube channel. It is the first Google form link you see on there. It's called Gold Rush Treasure Map. And when you open it up, you're going to see that it's 111 yes or no questions that help you find where the gold veins are in your business. And like I said, it's free. So that is door number 1. That is my initial offer. Door number 2 for me is my Gold Rush coaching community, right? So that is another level. Once you access my free resources, whether it's a video, a live stream, the Gold Rush treasure map, this YouTube channel, my Facebook profile, my Gold Rush private coaching community, my Discord coaching community, however you found me, there is free value from me on all of those platforms. So that is always going to be door number 1. Door number 1, you want to think about that as the marketing, right? Door number 1 is the offer you are screaming from the rooftops to get people's attention. Okay? That is the biggest takeaway that people have, and the biggest prize and the biggest access to you. And this is where they figure out if they like you, know you, and they trust you, and if they're going to do business with you. So that for me is my Gold Rush treasure map, which is 111 yes or no questions that are going to help you find hidden gold/revenue in your business. When I first started my coaching group, I would give people their assessment after they came into my coaching group and after they paid and after they, and there was a few obstacles in that. So now that's all backwards. Now you got to take the assessment. You got to take the free assessment to get to me. You got to take the free assessment before you come into coaching with me. You will not do your first group session with me or your first one-on-one session with me without you taking that 111 question assessment, which is the Gold Rush treasure map. So now the model is completely backwards. Now you're getting value for free up front. You're getting access to the resources. You can take that quiz, walk away, and never even come into coaching and still walk away with value. That's how powerful that quiz is and that assessment is. It took me all this time to develop that. So such a simple concept. And it took me years to develop that. And that's why I'm so proud of it, right? So now that I'm proud of it and excited about it, yeah, I'm going to scream it from the rooftops. And I'm going to show you the value that that can bring you, right? So what comes after the freebie, right? What's behind door number 2? Behind door number 2 for me, for example, is my Gold Rush coaching community. That is the community that all of my past and present paying clients get to be a part of. Whether you're a paying client now or you've paid in the past, you will always be a part of my private Gold Rush coaching community. There is a private paid version of that community, right? Now, if you want access to that community, that is where I provide you with gold nuggets that are definitely going to help you get organized in your business, come up with a plan, determine the targets that you need to hit those goals. We come up with business and marketing strategies for you to execute on that. You get to be part of a weekly group coaching call with the rest of the Gold Rush coaching community on Google Meet on Thursdays. And you get access to the private Facebook community that I have built for my paying clients. That for me is door number 2. The Gold Rush coaching community is affordable weekly group coaching, accountability, and Gold Rush coaching crew energy. This is where people come by when they want more than just tips. They want momentum, okay? Momentum. I have hosted that weekly group coaching call for about 2 years now, every Thursday. That is where we master sales training, negotiations training, fact finding, how to ask the client the right questions. That's where we do our business planning. That is where you can request your complimentary one-on-one sessions if you need to work on something specific that you know is going to move the needle and you want my help. That Gold Rush coaching community is an incredible second piece to this Gold Rush coaching program. Okay. You get access to a business coach for less than $1 a day when you decide to come into that Gold Rush business coaching community. If you ever want the link to come into that community, that is the second link on the description of this video and also the channel description. That is the second Google form link that you'll always see in the channel description. Okay. That is where everyone comes in as a community member. They're on a $20 a month subscription and we all offer each other value. And then let's talk about door number 3, right? So door number 3 is the higher paying programs, right? The high ticket items. Door number 3 means that you want additional coaching on top of the monthly group coaching that you're getting, right? The weekly sessions. All other programs I offer will always need to be stacked on top of the $20 to $30 a month subscription. So my coaching community I can't ever imagine my coaching community costing more than $25 to $50 a month, even as I even as I record this in 2025, the end of 2025, this really is the foundational portion of my business coaching group. And it's really where I drop most of the nuggets and most of the information and most of the things that are going to change your life. So I really don't ever imagine this monthly subscription ever being more than 25 to $50. It used to be 11, right now it's 20. The next price increase will be to $30 a month. And it really has been there at 30. I just have not promoted that. I've always provided a discount for that, either a $5 or a $10 discount, which puts you at the $20 or $25 a month. And like I said, that's really where I drop most of the information. Any other programs I put together will always need to stack on top of this program. And those other programs are going to consist of my digital real estate program that I'm going to put out. There are 90-day business coaching sessions that y'all can do with me. That program already exists. And those 90-day coaching sessions, there's an additional resource I'm asking you to tap into. And the cost of that program goes mostly to acquiring that additional resource for you. If you're ever curious about that, let me know. Other programs that I will be building on top of this will be learning how to do affiliate marketing through blogging. I've found an amazing, incredible affiliate partner to partner up with that I think that you're gonna be super ecstatic about and love. And yeah, let me know if you're curious about that, or put something in the comments. So that for me is door number 3, right? These additional offers, these high ticket items, right? That's going to be, in my business, that's higher level coaching, right? When you want one-to-ones, or that 90-day gold rush challenge, or a deep, intense program, something specific. There's also a program that I'm gonna put out on time management and time blocking, and zeroing in on, when you time block your day. Let's say on Monday from 9 to 10, you say prospecting, right? What does that mean? Like, you need to target that prospecting. So let the prospecting be an hour time block, but we're breaking it into 15-minute segments, right? The first 15 minutes, it's making phone calls. The second 15 minutes is sending text messages. The third set of 15 minutes maybe is a break, right? A little 10-minute break. Responding to maybe some of those callbacks and text you got the first half hour. And the last 45 minutes, maybe sending direct messages, right? So that can all be a time block for prospecting, right? But when you're time blocking, you need to give the time block targeted tasks. And yeah, so when we want to do deep work like that, that's going to be higher ticketed paid versions of the coaching program. So I want to challenge you as you hear all that. I was like, well, what about me? Well, yes, those were examples of ways that I offer product and services for my clients, which is you. Now I want you to think about how you offer products and services for your clients. And how can you present that? How can you market that? And how can you make that very clear to your audience? When you are thinking about marketing, we want to think about how we're sending that message out. So marketing takes many different ways, right? That could be postcards, that could be letters, that could be emails, social media posts, live streams, a video, a picture, a call to action, a post, a landing page, a web page, right? What is marketing to you? And when you are trying, no, let's just take that out. When you are working on putting out a marketing piece in there, what is your intention with that piece? What is your intention with that piece? Is it to educate? Is it to make an offer. And when you are putting that piece out there, I want you to think about how you want your audience to respond to you. Do you want them to come in through door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Because that needs to be the call to action. So for example, if I'm posting something about Gold Rush coaching, at the end of every post, which I need to put into action, I need to say something like, take the free quiz, right? Because that brings them into door number 1, which is the Gold Rush treasure map, right? The 111 questions. Or at the end of the post, if I want them to come into door number 2, which is the Gold Rush coaching community, the call to action is going to be join the community. Here's the link. Or if I want them to do heavy coaching with me, higher level coaching, I'm going to say the call to action needs to be, if you're ready to come into the coaching program, click this link. And don't ever overwhelm your audience with the choices. Give them 3 simple next steps: free, group, or a deep dive. So what's your challenge for the week? Let's set your mindset and your marketing challenge. Your mindset challenge needs to be to write down your anchor word. What is the word that you decided was going to be your anchor word for the week? And then your marketing challenge is to look at your last 5 posts. When you look at your last 5 posts, was there a clear call to action on them? Were you bringing them into an offer? Were you bringing them into door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Did you give them a clear call to action? If not, make sure that you rewrite some of these posts. If you don't want to rewrite your past posts, because you can edit them, make sure that you write your next 3 posts with clear freebies, clear invites to your offers or into your paid program. Okay? Write your next post with clear calls to action. And that is going to wrap up our mindset and marketing session. I want to thank you for those of you that tuned in. My name is Michelle. I've been a real estate professional for about 10 years now and a trainer, coach, and mentor for the last 5. I have zeroed in on coaching because I love the process of asking the client the right set of questions for them to brainstorm and them come up with answers that they're ready to take action on. I appreciate each and every single one of you for tuning in. If you're watching this live or on the replay, please make sure you comment your words below. Let me know your thoughts. What word are you going to use this week to anchor yourself on? How are you going to reposition yourself after your distractions? What are some things that you want to work on in your marketing? Let me know if your posts do have clear calls to action. Feel free to let me know if you have problems finding any of those links that I mentioned, one of them being to the Gold Rush treasure map, and the second link being for the Gold Rush coaching community. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope that you've enjoyed this content. Feel free to DM me or send me a message if there's anything I can do or any way I can be of service to y'all. All right? All right. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day. Talk to you soon.